South Alabama Regional Airport. He's the director,
Co-executive director. That's right.
executive director. Jed, a tragedy happened this afternoon, approximately at 5 o'clock this afternoon here at the airport on the east end of the runway. Can you tell us a little bit about what you know?
Well, Eddie, the only thing that I know at this time is there was an accident here at the airport. There was one fatality as a result of the accident. Proper authorities have been contacted, the National Transportation Safety Board along with the FAA. The investigation will be in their hands. They will get started tomorrow morning at daybreak and hopefully get down to the reason of what caused the accident itself.
At this time, has the name of the person been released?
The name of the person has not been released. Whenever that information is made public, we'll certainly make sure that everybody is given that.
Jed, we were told there's possibly two people on that aircraft. I guess because the mass amount of impact, it could have been confusing. Sure. Is it just one person, the pilot?
I only know of one. You know, when you have something like this, there could be two, but I only know of one. The coroner has only made me aware of one, and that's all I know at this time. I do not know of any more.
Do you know the type of aircraft?
It was a Barracuda experimental aircraft.
I'm familiar with those. Those are a homemade, for our viewing audience, those are a homemade aircraft, single engine.
That's correct, yes.
And I guess, Jed, I'm going to ask you, you've been here for a number of years. Has anything like this ever happened here?
We've had small incidents here, but obviously, you know, you're properly trained. You go through school and you see stuff like this, and that's nothing compared to seeing the real thing. You know, I hope and pray that I would never see the day that something like this happens, and just for it to happen here really hits home with me, and it hurts a lot to see something like this. And I just, you know, everybody, I don't know, I'm just kind of at all right now.
It's a tragic thing to go through, and we understand that. We're not going to push you on that, Jed. One of the things that's come to light is we have an outstanding fire department here at the airport. We have a highly trained fire personnel and top-of-the-line equipment out here. One of the questions, were they here?
Well, the fire department that we have here works Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And the reason that they work those hours is they are here to support large business aircraft, large military aircraft such as C-130. We didn't get a fire department until 2007 when former EJM people were here, and then we got the new facility. And in order to have those large flights in and out of our airport, we had to have certified firefighters here on the airport during those times. So they do work Monday through Friday, but for the last 50 years, ever since the airport's been in existence, we have a first responder between Andalusia OP and then the Sanford Volunteer Fire Department. And Andalusia was just, they were here as quick as they could get here. You know, I'm thinking 4, 5, 6 minutes is what I could tell. So that's as quick as anybody could have got out in the woods where the wreck was at. So the response was just great, and I certainly commend Andalusia and the Sanford Volunteer Fire Department, along with, you know, our local authorities, our Sheriff's Department, state troopers. Everything was done. Proper protocol was followed on all ends, and I certainly appreciate all of their help.
We also understand OP Fire Department came out, or did they?
OP, I don't want to leave them out. I didn't ever see OP, but please forgive me if they were here. Please make sure that I give them proper thanks as well.
We had heard them dispatched, but okay. It was hard to get out to the scene. Speaking of the difficulty to get to the scene, we saw forestry come out with a bulldozer. Right. I mean, obviously, even if the fire department was on the spot, the intensity of the impact, the type of aircraft, which it was a carbon fiber aircraft with a lot of wood and right. Magnesium in it. Like I say, we're familiar with that aircraft, and it doesn't take a whole lot for that to be destroyed on an impact such as that. Have you heard any of the reports that we've been getting from eyewitnesses or people that live in the area of the plane having difficulty?
Well, again, that's, you know, that information will be the eyewitnesses that were here. They will pass that on to proper personnel, NTSB and FAA. You know, you hear rumors, but are rumors actually facts? And that's what their job is to do, is to figure that out. And hopefully they'll come to a conclusion tomorrow or Tuesday, and they'll be able to release that information to you guys.
Well, Jed, I just got one more thing to say, and that is outstanding job on the airport here, the authority here. Certainly, nobody wants to see this, but you're as prepared as you can be for it, with your staff and personnel that done an excellent job out there.
Well, the staff goes, I can't say enough about our staff, and then, again, the authorities and the local fire departments. They played such a huge role. If anything could have been done to help, all the proper measures were in place, and it's just very unfortunate that something like this happens. You really, you think, a lot of people consider us a small airport. You just really think, man, could something like that really happen here? And again, I sit in classes and watch this stuff and sit there and say, man, and pray that nothing like this ever happens. And then it does. It just really touches you. And I want to go home right now and just kiss my 2 children and my wife, and tell them I love them. Because one day they're here, and this individual's family has just lost a loved one. And that's tough. That's tough.
Well, Jed, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. We know this is a tough time for you. Our love and prayers are with you and their family as well.
Thank you. And just, I appreciate all you do, Eddie, and just everyone in the local community. This person was not from here, but I just ask that you pray for the family. This person, they were married, they did have children, so please keep them in your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Jed.
Thanks.